Constipation is something millions of people experience, yet it is rarely talked about openly. Many studies suggest that about 1 in 6 adults struggle with constipation at some point in their lives. Usually, when we talk about constipation, we only talk about it in terms of diet, fiber, water, or exercise. But it is important for all of us to have an awareness what it could be, and if there is something that could be deeper, it is important for us to know that also. So, today I would like to explore something a little deeper into this context. What if sometimes the body is holding on because emotionally we are holding on to? Hi, I'm Mahalakshmi Sampson. I'm a personal excellence life coach. I'm a mental health counselor and integrative practitioner. And in this video, I would like to explore this idea with you. In recent years, science has been talking more and more about something called the gut brain connection. Our digestive system and our brain are constantly communicating with each other. And you'll be surprised that our gut has its own complex nervous system. Sometimes it is called the second brain. This is why what happens when we are anxious or stressed. We might experience symptoms like stomach discomfort. For example, a tight or uneasy feeling in the stomach before an important meeting or presentation, or it could be an examination. Right? It also could be about digestive disturbances, which is something like feeling bloated, having acidity, not noticing that digestion feels unsettled during stressful periods. And it also could be about change in bowel movement, like needing to go to the restroom often, more frequently when we are actually nervous, or at other times finding it difficult, where the body, struggles to release. Our emotional state can influence how our digestive system functions. So, the body is not just a mechanical system, but it is also deeply connected to our emotional world, is something that we need to know. Now, let us think about constipation for a moment. Constipation, if you look at it at the most basic level, it is about holding. It is about having the difficulty to let go, where the body finds it difficult to release and let go. While diet and lifestyle certainly play an important role, some thinkers and holistic health practitioners also have wondered whether sometimes our physical symptoms are a clear reflection of our emotional patterns. Lucy Hay, who wrote extensively, right, she is one of the very prominent person whom practitioners like us refer to. And Lucy Hay, who wrote extensively about the connection between emotional patterns and physical symptoms, suggested that constipation can sometimes relate to difficulty in letting go. And what does this letting go mean? What is this letting go about? If you look at it, this letting go could be about old beliefs. It could be about old fears. It could be about emotional hurts. It could be about past experiences. Now, this does not mean that emotions are the only cause of physical symptoms. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, at the same time, we cannot deny the body's remarkable ability to reflect patterns in our emotional life. When I first came across this idea, it made me pause because when I look back at my own life, I began to notice some interesting connections. A few of it was shocking to me also. And this is where I want to talk about my story. Actually, I grew up in a large family where there were often 20 or more people at home at any given time, and always the kitchen will be working. It was a home filled with warmth, connection, and many people who cared deeply for one another. But it was also a different time from what it is today. Today, many homes have attached bathrooms for every room, and children grow up with different routines, which is completely different from what it was 40, 50 years ago. So, when I was growing up, many homes functioned very differently. In our house, there was just one restroom for everyone. As a child, that often meant waiting. And without realizing it, now I understand maybe my body slowly learned to hold. Constipation actually became a part of my life very early. For decades, it was something I really struggled with. Today, I'm 53 years old, and only in recent years have I begun to understand the patterns more deeply. I also remember many mornings when I would leave for school without my body having the time or space to complete its natural rhythm. And when I look back, sometimes I wonder how that may have reflected not only on my physical comfort, but also, I think it should have defined my early school experiences also. In those early years, I was often a very below average student. And today, I sometimes reflect on how physical discomfort or bodily patterns might have quietly influenced my ability to focus and feel at ease. And when I was actually, thinking through all of this, I noticed something else about myself too. As a young person, especially in my teens, 20s, even in my 30s, I was known to be very serious and reserved person. I did not express my emotions easily and I held many things inside. And sometimes I wonder, was my body also doing the same thing? Sometimes the body learns patterns long before the mind understands them. And over the years, as I began doing deeper inner work, I started noticing changes not only emotionally but also physically. And that raised a very important question for me. Could the beliefs we form in life shape not only our behavior but also the way our bodies respond? This was the question. And I'm going to leave you at this in this video because I want to explore it even little further, into the beliefs in my next video, which, I realized that I had carried these beliefs for many years. A belief, to be specific, that quietly shaped many areas of my life is that I am not a priority, and how much beliefs can influence the way we live, relate to others, and sometimes even how our bodies function. Right. Until then, till we meet in the next video, perhaps we can pause and reflect on something simple. As parents or caregivers, we may also observe something important. Are the children in our homes given the time and space to follow their body's natural rhythm each morning? We are so specific about their academic performance, but are we specific about our children's alignment with natural rhythms? Children's body in alignment with natural rhythms, which is very important. Sometimes, small daily routine shape patterns that stay with us for many years. And for ourselves, it may also be worth asking, right? When I'm asking to check with your children, it's also important that you need to check with yourself. What patterns might my body have learned over the years? Is there something in my life that I may be holding on to? And if the body could speak, what might it be trying to tell me? If these reflections resonate with you, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may also find it meaningful. Because sometimes what we hold in our emotions, the body may learn to hold too. Thank you very much, and we will meet in the next video.